as the, they say the company recruits like the contract is 2 years. So the total will be like 480 million. Yet the security was 100 million. So what other measures can you take? Thank you.
Recruited at a rate of 800,000 for 2 years, and then the company falters on paying them. Well, how does the 100 million shillings remedy the 20 workers for 2 years? That is a tough question.
Thank you so much. To be given this chance is not easy. My question is, we have talked a lot of taking our children outside the country. What is the country planning for us to sustain our workers? We have wasted time to develop, to educate our children. Now you have a plan of taking them out because of money. That is one question. Another question is, you have talked about taking our children, which you have wasted time to bring them up to grow. Well, what about replacement of our children? You have not talked about childbearing. Another question is, in the parliament today, they are discussing about selling an ID to a Ugandan, a citizen, at 200,000. Sure, do you know this? ID should be free because we are a citizen of Uganda. If I'm allowed, I can add another question. If I'm allowed, because I thought I have two, but I've remembered only two more. Only more one. Thank you so much, Master of Ceremony. In fact, we Ugandans, when we go in other countries, we are really mistreated. More especially the neighboring country, that is Kenya. We don't access to buy land there freely. We don't buy piece of land in Kenya far. But here when they come, we after money, we just sell everybody who was chased from other countries. We sell our pieces of land to those people. In fact, we are really oppressing that point so much. Let the government come in and intervene. Why? We are also have the blood circulation like them. Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you.
Lazima kusijusa ili hukanikata we ninama ukana huteresa ko bube ibuli kugenda ku bintu byambakana ni national IDs ngara ho babolerande national IDs kukifuna ukubawa nesini chikumi tawe nesigo wa beyo wo waza wakisingisa kumane kenja wakikosa oba wali akutya kubu batale kuba alikuta okusaba amapesa kewe ngoni kukobora yori yakora uyiri yo muri yero nabantu sali pesa so alisinga ko bantu kwaro bakurihe government ikulisa si national ID wa ukuti ibi sababani iwewe national ID yowo kirinde ganulinda hakonge kesi wabatipsingako kirinde ganulinda result slip yesu wako nako biyo mboni certificate yowo nesingo bawanya kire kakaduho isho bali kuwa kusashita abiso barugera iwa akosata ne ilimu limondo tawe so role jombawe si government ili kulisako national ID tawe bana nya.
Does it also have an expiry date or I still remain Ugandan?
Isho shera kele njiremo the national ID yo ya expiring ile goza kufureji ndo kubaba pesa atesawe enen bali kuza kushusha national ID zenye zosi za Uganda sibenga buli yesu tyaga walere mu computer yokesa bale bebosi ni sukona wosi zana wabantu akubunda akumanya wangaba wafirire akundu ngaba umuntu kutandya ko mali yuna kumanya isa kuba busi mbawo yesi bana bale rusakoli pesa unsauga wakose yo haki.
The minister should come by. The minister should come and also take our views, because I don't see why I have to renew my national ID when it takes taxpayers' money to make one. Why should I renew my citizenship when I'm a citizen? I am. Simple. Maybe we need a stakeholder engagement. before the next batch of national IDs are done. Thank you so much. So, Tim, let me have another submission.
One is that Ugandan, every human being is a donor. We have had Indians being here, they are taken as donors, but we also take our labor there, we are donating the labor there. So, but we find that our bosses here, who have represented many external migrations and many organizations that are just bossophobia, that they have put someone who is a supervisor to supervise the workers there, our daughters there, but is also fearing the boss. So has no right to communicate to the country that this and this has happened. Or they only have, if something has happened, like maybe our daughter is mistreated, we first organize the information to speak to the country, then as the company, they have already what? They have planned what to speak to the country. So which is wrong. And yet, for me, I feel like if the daughters of Ugandans who are working on the line like this one, they were supposed to have at least communication that for me, I come from Guru, but I'm working here, I'm working here, I'm working here. So that at least either one day in the month or week, they meet and they talk, they speak, they interact, so that everyone is having a security for one another. Just like we have heard of Mayumba Kumi in our villages. Then if you check on the job orders, in the country is aware, that is, I think, goes to the gender ministry. The country is aware that we have job orders, maybe 300 or 20 job orders, but it has licensed 309 companies. Then you deny that it is only Saudi Arabia which has a right to have a maid from Uganda, and the other countries were having them. Please, at least you need to be clear. So, if in Uganda, we need to have patriotic Ugandans to speak about, to be in those offices, because some of the Ugandans we are having, they are good in sugar speaking to the country, but other things like practical side, they are always bossphobia, they look down. So, and also on the ID, as I wind up, on the ID, how can we leave someone who has lost, continue in crying? And yet, because now for me, if I have lost the ID, maybe I had fire in my home. I have, for example, people who lost their lives in the water, in the floods, the other side. Again, your child 200,000. At least it could be better, because it is sympathy. You sympathize for someone, feel pity. Pay at least 20,000 as charge, not 200. That is too much. I remain Majem Ismail, representing Green Pasture Village.
Thank you very much for this day, and thank you very much for the organizers of this day. I have like one or two questions. We talked about the kidneys. We very well hear that our children outside there, they keep on removing them kidneys. These things, sometimes you're on Facebook, you see them, we are on WhatsApp, we see them. But now, which measures have you taken? Has you the Minister of Labor and Migration? We hear they just bring them, they bury. We don't hear anything. You don't make a follow-up. And we have been looking at these things. Now, as you have come here today, you better tell us how are our children being helped? And then another question is, these children, they are there, but they are being tortured where they are in those houses. These children, they don't give them food. These children, somebody goes when she's weighing good kilograms, but when you look at some children, you just see only the teeth. As you, as the office, how are you helping us? Because sometimes you say that you make a follow-up. These children, sometimes they call to the companies And then they come back to we as mothers. They tell us that even if we call, they don't receive our calls. They just switch on. While the child is inside being tortured, that is why they end up by fighting with those ladies. And you know those ladies, they are not easy. Those Arabs, they are not easy. And for them killing a person, it is just like drinking water. You see? That is why you should really help us, like as you have come today. You should really help us, because here there are no jobs. Those are the only jobs outside where our children are going. And then lastly, these friends of ours, these Arabs, when they come here, they really enjoy here. They enjoy Uganda. They are here. Nobody touches them. But our children, when they go there, they kill. Killing is just something very simple. So please, as you have come here today, as you have told us, we are also requesting you that please kindly do your needful. Thank you so much. I'm called Moya Christine, counselor representing the PW's Industrial City Division. Thank you very much. Keep helping us.
Thank you very much. I greet you everybody who is present. I'm called Grace from Namaroko Ward. I have only like 1 to 2 questions. One is, what is the compensation in case a child is tortured from abroad who has gone to work? If not, the child he has died from abroad who has gone to work. I just want to know the compensation which is there. Then another one, these companies who retain the IDs before the child is going to work in abroad. Those are my 2 questions. Thanks.
Mayor, I would like to find out one thing, or to pose a question. This session has been so educative. I've learned a lot. My question is, how best are you going to reach the communities down there? Because we are representing different divisions here. How I wish you could find a way of sending this information to the communities so that they get to know what it takes to be there, so that they get to know the right ways or the best companies to use while going there. Thank you so much.
Where our children are getting problems outside there, and the good thing the government could help us is to have embassies in every country. You find that even if you lose your person, just bringing her back is just a tug of war. And another thing is this thing a modernized type of slavery, or because you find that they are selling children to those Arabs? That's my question.
Thank you so much. Nze kulwange sijja kwogera nnyo Oluzungu. Ebintu bino mwabizunguwaziza nnyo. Abantu baffe bali kujja wala okubuuza ebibuuzo tategeera alikuleta kibuuzo oba ali kunnyonnyola. Kasinga ndo binnyonnyoddeko mu Luganda. Si ffenna nti abali wano abasinga baasoma. Abasinga ndi bali kukola ki? Babitegeera bulungi. Mwebale nnyo. Nja kudda ku mwami owa Ministry of Labour otugambye nti abantu bano suppose tasula emitwalo 2 kyokka oba nti bakolako okufuluma eggwanga. Singa ogamba nti 2 ate ffe tuwulira nti basala 10 ku 2 bwe banaagaana okukola gonna minisitule ogenda tuyamba otya nga baganya okukola ku muntu oyo. Ekibuuzo ekirala batugamba nti abawala bano abasinga okugenda okukola ebweru bafuna emitwalo nga 9. Kampani zebeekola ki zebisasula? Kati kampani efunako sente mmeka ku muntu ono ng'afuna emitwalo 9 ate yagenza okukola? Twagala nawe tukole ki? Tunyonyokewo bulungi. Kampani oba efunye okutwala omuntu ono ng'afuna emitwalo 9. Akasembayo tuwulira nti nga minisitule mwateekawo emyaka 21 ku 35 egisinga gye musinga okusaba. Naye waliwo omuntu nga yasuka emyaka 35 naye ng'ate mukozi okusinga owa 35. Omuntu oyo kulwaki emumuwandula nga naye akyalina amaanyi agakola ate agala okuweezawo famire ye? Mwebale nnyo.
Deputy Mayor wa Mbale City. And gonna worry about Shireva.
Do you hear the vernacular? You can interpret. Interpret.
Okay.
Imbuke singa bukali.
Most of the time.
Nga huabone adverts over the radio. Baruma bari umuntu ng'ali kutyebulafu atira busa wadde 10 mbaawota kampani ezibaluma batyo yabe ndikuloma nti ati kampani zisinga buukali turoma tiri nga omuntu ali kutyebulafu asasula wadde 10 era balangirira baloma bali mwitse bali busa bali kutyano kutyekatali ng'ara ali olumwana alumara atya mu kampani batandika bali covid syringe yellow fever syringe buli kintu bali syringe at the end of the day winyolanga omuntu waluse miliyoni nga 5-6 kuqualify nga kutya wine kutyebulafu shehabiri ifefe muno nga wabone bayindi okubabirisa bulayi bachina babirisa bulayi baarabu babirisa bulayi newadde abaana befe barambira mumbale muno ng'arambira omwindo barambira omuchina barambira omunana babirisa bubi nebirye babata ate bali kuramba nibo nga betsere muno kubayira bisa kubamba ng'egilasi nibo mbashiba kole hakota bachina nga dibakane mbale yabe wayi na Uganda yabe yawe nefa abana befe nga batsire bulafu dabingi mistreated ngabarisire mu kidneys government simanya obekola na compensate ng'abantu bota ulira ku TV uibamburisire mempiko uibamukora bari ali paralyzed anyana kukaniha ne kamazima kali ndulula batsire kusiha ne mbakisi bawaida badala kama hakalata kali bale bero meyesu mbwana inga abana batsakola shini batsahuia mwanyala nani.
Many things that you have said to begin with, that whosoever is going for a domestic workers job in Asia pays nothing, but at the end of it all, you realize that when you put together what it takes for them to go is like 5 million shillings. Because they will ask for the tests of yellow fever, the tests of HIV, the tests of COVID, and the tests constitute a lot of money, which is not affordable by many. And that's number one. Number two, that is there any remedy that the Minister of Gender, Labor and Social Services has put aside to compensate those families of the girls to per se in quotes, who sometimes lose their vital organs in their contract at the places they have gone to work. I think in summary, those were the two.
Mr. Speaker, the RCC in Bale City protocol observed. I also had some sweet words from the first speaker and the second speaker. They were talking about the contracts of these girls when they want to leave this country. So they talked each and everything. But to me, I was just wondering whether they are conniving with those companies, whether government is conniving with the companies to cheat these girls or us Ugandans. Me, I would like to give you, I'm a witness because my wife is abroad. And all what she's going through, I have it here. I've tried to follow up, but the company is just giving me a deaf ear. She went through a company called the Saviors in Chisasi, but she went there, she got sick. The work there was, she couldn't, because now she was sick, very sick, but up to now, nobody is bothering. Even the company, when you try to tell them that this person is sick, even when she calls, they don't pick her phones. So to me, I think there is a missing link between government and those companies. Though they are saying that we think it is the agents. We have been an agent. But even when you go to the company and tell them that this person is crying for us, they just laugh and they give a deaf ear. So I don't know what government, as the ministry, I don't know what you are going to do to see that our girls are safe there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. By name, I'm Kadamas Muhammad. I would like to use Uganda because I'm going to explain. Government, omuvubuka wabagenda ebweru ng'afunye contractor bamusala siringi 1,300. We boogera 1,300 mu dola ziba tubale ku 35 ziba miliyoni 455 na buli mutwe gwa muntu gumu. omuwala we bamusaba siringi 1,000 olwa $, tugenda miliyoni nga 3 n'esente zigwako. We tutuuka ebwere emirimu negigaana, ate nga bano abatujjako esente oba batuwa kampani zitwala abantu, gavumenti olwedde bemuggyeko esente. Omuntu wafuna obuzibu, ffe ng'abantu tufuniramu wa? W'otunulira emiliyoni 3 oba emiliyoni 4.55, oba ozizizza omuntu wano mu Uganda n'omuwola obuwozi n'omugamba nteekako 3% ng'amagoba, asobola okweyimirizaawo. Lwaki gavumenti mu kupromotinga abantu baffe ogenda ebweru ate babonaabone, lwaki tefuna ngeri yonna gye kuyetingawo mirimu abantu baffe ne baba nti basigala wano ne tuba tuwona embeera eno? Onsazeeko, Mukama abeere naawe.